The trustees, staff, and other Dufferin-Peel community members here today, thank you for this opportunity to address you. My name is Josie Luetke. I'm a Catholic school supporter in Mississauga, a parishioner at St. John of the Cross, the Director of Education and Advocacy for the pro-life and pro-family organization Campaign Life Coalition. I'm grateful that schools and the board don't have to fly the gay pride flag. Nonetheless, I'm here to ask that the board, A, cease to fly the gay pride flag outside its Catholic Education Center, and B, prohibit any celebration of pride, including use of the rainbow flag and other materials, within schools and on social media. Be exceptionally clear. I fully believe in the inclusion of those who experience same-sex attraction and or gender dysphoria. I'm opposed to unjust discrimination. Claims that Pride is merely about promoting inclusion, however, are false. Pride Month promotes an ideology incompatible with the teachings of the Church and a Christian anthropology of the human person. Allow me to quote Wikipedia. Quote, modern day Pride Month both honors the movement for LGBT rights and celebrates LGBT culture. Unquote. Webpage on LGBT rights lists, amongst other things, same-sex marriage, adoption by LGBT people, and laws concerning access to gender-affirming surgery and hormone replacement therapy, all of which are practices the Catholic Church opposes. Page on LGBT culture mentions drag kings and queens, pride parades, and the rainbow flag. I want to talk specifically about the history of the flag. Because it has come to grace every single available surface, from go buses to hockey jerseys, people may forget that its most central use is in pride parades and drag shows, where sex acts are simulated, nudity and sexual paraphernalia abound, and hedonism is on full display. This common usage of the flag is not accidental. The original flag was created for the 1978 San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade and was popularized by subsequent pride parades. The original flag, literally LSD inspired, had 8 colors, including hot pink for sex. It was designed by activist Gilbert Baker at the behest of openly gay San Francisco politician Harvey Milk, who preyed on younger males, including a 16-year-old boy. Baker was also gay and would adopt the drag queen persona Busty Ross. He was a member of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the same anti-Catholic drag group that the LA Dodgers have been in hot water for honoring. These sisters are men who dress up as nuns and intentionally and mockingly use religious imagery in offensive and obscene ways. Gilbert Baker wrote in his memoir that the American and French Revolution flags both, quote, owed their beginnings to a riot, rebellion, or revolution, unquote. He goes on to say, quote, I thought a gay nation should have a flag too, to proclaim its own idea of power. As a community, both local and international, gay people were in the midst of an upheaval, a battle for equal rights, a shift in status where we were now demanding power, taking it. This was our new revolution, a tribal, individualistic, and collective vision, unquote. I reiterate, the flag is not about inclusion. It never was. Progress Pride flag, a variant quickly gaining traction, was developed by Daniel Kesar. He self-described, quote, queer non-binary celestial object having a human experience, unquote. He has tweeted, quote, last I checked, we were in late stage Christianity. Ironically, also while we're in late stage capitalism, unquote. His Twitter biography announces, quote, leave me alone and let me go to hell by my own route. Progress Pride flag combines the classic pride flag with the colors of the trans pride flag created by Monica Helms and black and brown from Philadelphia's More Color, More Pride flag, which was introduced by Amber Hikes. Monica Helms, who is really Robert Hogg, admits to having stolen women's undergarments, possessed a fetishism for cross-dressing, and left his wife and sons to indulge his transgender and sexual fantasies. Reported pastimes are disturbing and extensive. Amber Hikes, coincidentally or not, also advocates for abortion and has tweeted, quote, the future is queer, trans, and non-binary AF. Is the pride flag really something that should be flying outside any institution, let alone ones that profess themselves to be Catholic? While Jesus told the adulteress, go and sin no more, the flag instead says, go and sin some more. It is causing great scandal. Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board should not be celebrating Pride Month. Some of you might consider the board's current position on flags the lesser of evils. You might be worried about backlash. I acknowledge that.
Thank you, Ms.
It's
Luetke.
your obligation as Catholics to end any and all support of pride.
Thank
Say
you.
no to promoting sin. Thank you in advance
Thank
for
you.
your prayerful consideration.
Thank you. Are there any questions of clarifications? Student trustee Leroy?
The last board meeting, I already made my position on people who come to the board and delegate. Thank you. And my question to you is that you've brought up,
Questions
Very-
of clarification only? Question of clarification based on the presentation.
I was just about that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
My question to you is that I'm in school and we learn about something called selection bias. What you've done is selected people, selected very specific experiences to then extrapolate that on the entire community, specifically students in our community who identify as LGBTQ+. Why is it that you're taking these very specific examples to then lay judgment on students who may not even agree with those specific claims? Why is that?
I think that's a great question. Thank you for asking it. So to be clear, I'm not here judging anyone. Absolutely not. I'm not in the position to do that. I'm also not here just to say that these individuals represent the entire community of people who experience same-sex attraction or experience gender dysphoria. The reason why I highlighted these individuals is because they're the creators of the pride flag. So they're not random members of the LGBTQ community. Again, these were the people who created the flag. And I think it's very relevant if we're having this debate about whether or not the flag represents inclusion or whether it represents an ideology, to look at the people who created the flag and why they created it and to ask, is this representative of our Catholic faith? And is it truly representative of the community of people who experience same-sex attraction and gender dysphoria? So as you pointed out, there are people who experience same-sex attraction and gender dysphoria who would say, actually, the flag does not represent me. And these individuals are living lifestyles that I find very, wrong and again, opposed to my Catholic faith. And I don't want the flag and anything it stands for to be seen as representative of me and to be flying outside of my school. So again, I'm not picking random individuals. I'm not saying they're representative of the community. I'm saying that they're representative of what the flag was created for. And that's why I'm highlighting their stories.
Did you get your question clarified? Thank you. Are there any questions of clarification? Seeing none, thank you very much, Ms. Luetke, for your delegation. Are there any questions?